Hello students, welcome to class 11 business studies class. We are going to continue with the chapter forms of business organization. In our previous classes, we have done regarding sole trading and joint Hindu family business as the forms of business organization. We understood their features, meaning, merits, limitations. Then, the limitations of sole proprietorship and Hindu undivided family business gave birth to partnership. Lack of finance and managerial capabilities under sole proprietorship paved the way for partnership as a better option. In the same way, greater need for greater capital investment, varied skills, sharing risk gave rise to this form of business organization. We can say that partnership is the extension of sole trading form of business organization. In this, two or more persons agree to come together for lawful business with their personal resources for the purpose of earning profits. In India, partnership form of business organization is governed by Indian Partnership Act 1932 and defines partnership as the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of business which is carried on by all or when any one of them acting for all. Pay attention to each word. First of all, it is relation between at least two. So between persons, that is why word S is written, between persons who have agreed to share the profits of business. In the accounts class, you know that it is the conservatism principle which helps the business entities to be judicious and take into consideration losses. Okay, it's a matter of prudence. But when we relate with business studies, and especially with partnership, a relationship is expressed, established between persons who have agreed to share the profits. The word losses is hidden here. So the meaning is who have agreed to share the result of the business, which may be carried on by all or acting, or any one of them acting for all. Correct? So the business, such type of business may be conducted by one person and other partners might just be supporting the person who is conducting the activities. Correct? They might be contributing capital. The liabilities of course are unlimited. So when we come to the concept of various types of partners, that time you will really understand what is the meaning of this sentence, which is carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. So right now I can say that the business might be carried on by single partner or by the other partners also. Okay, so the partners, they agree who is going to conduct the major activities and so on. So this definition is given by Partnership, Indian Partnership Act 1932. Now we come to the features of partnership. Minimum, of course, 2. Maximum, up to 2013, Companies Act had defined that maximum of number of partners were 100. But the modified Companies Act Rule 10 specified that maximum number of partners in partnership business can be only 50. So this word is very much important, 50. Correct? Next, formation, it comes into existence through legal agreement. So there is legal agreement. Always remember that there is legal agreement. Now the agreement contains the terms and condition governing the partnership firm. Now the business must be lawful and profit seeking. So everyone says it. Existence is there due to legal agreement. Now the agreement will contain what? Terms, condition which governs the partnership firm. Now the business should be lawful, and of course there should be an intention of profit. No business is conducted for loss. It is the matter of prudence to take into consideration losses. Third, liabilities. All the partners have unlimited liabilities, correct? Moreover, the partner liability is joint as well as individual. Joint means collectively they are held liable, and individually also they are held liable for the payment of debts. Debt means external liabilities. Next, risk bearing. The partners bear the risk. The reward may be in form of profit, which will be shared in agreed ratio, and of course the losses will also be shared. Or of course it is not shared. We should write the word. We should use the word. It has to be borne, BORNE, borne by all the partners in an agreed ratio. Now decision making and control with partnership is only possible in a efficient and effective manner when the mutual consent is there, correct? So joint efforts should be taken into consideration. Death, retirement, insolvency or insanity of any partner can bring an end. So remember this, like sole trading, this is also having problem that the continuity is affected due to death, retirement, insolvency, insanity of any of the partner. But there is one provision that if the remaining partners want, they can continue the business but on a fresh agreement, new agreement, correct? So these, and mutual agency, every partner, as I told you, is both an agent and principal. As agent, he represents other partners and binds the other partner through his act. As principal, he is bound by the acts of other partner. So agent, he binds the other partner, and as principal, he is bound by the acts of other partner. Next, merits, formation and ease and formation and closure is easy, means easy formation and closure. Partner comes into existence due to agreement. No compulsion in respect of registration. Closure is also easy. Decision making is balanced because most of the partners will contribute for the decision making activities. Okay, so there are chances of errors are very less. Next, funds, more sole trading and joint into family business, there was a limitation of funds. Here it is possible because various partners may be able to contribute more amount of capital, or they are able to bring in funds as compared to sole partnership and joint into family business. Share of risk, risk is shared by all the partners. Secrecy, they are not required to publish their accounts and submit their reports, so secrecy can be maintained. Okay, now demerits, unlimited liabilities. Why? Because for the debts, their personal resources will be used if the business assets are not sufficient to meet its debt. So the liability of partner is both joint and several, means their personal assets will be used to pay off business debt. Now limited resources, there is restriction on the number of partners, minimum 2, maximum 50. So if they want to expand business, or if they want to modify or modernize business, then they might face the problem of insufficient funds. Okay, then possibility of conflicts, see where there are more people, the difference in opinions might be there, which may lead to disputes. Lack of continuity, as told you, death, retirement, insolvency or lunacy of partner brings the closure. So the partnership comes to closure. Okay, but if they want to continue the business, they can do, but with a new agreement or fresh agreement. Though it was said that secrecy can be maintained, but public confidence is lacked. Why? There is lack of public confidence. Why? Because they are not required to publish their financial statements or submit their reports. So they can maintain their secrecy, but they are also having a problem of getting confidence of public. So the confidence of public is generally low. So in this class we understood the meaning of partnership, the definition given by Indian Partnership Act 1932, the features of partnership, the merits and limitations of partnership. Use your text, read from your text, watch the video. Till then, have a nice time. Bye all of you.